now today it's who dat as we move on to the New Orleans Saints. Lots to discuss about the Saints because this might be one of those things in Vegas right now, not doing what I think they should have did here. Something's wrong. Something's wrong here. They went 9-8 last year, and Jameis Winston missed a lot of time. So that means to me, the team was built good, despite the fact they had Taysom Hill, Trevor Siemian, guys like that playing the ball. I think Trevor Siemian did not beat. He had one big game.
He came in
or he almost beat Brady or something.
No, he did.
He beat Brady, right?
But Winston started that game.
He started that one off. But the Saints this year are definitely a new look, new head coach. I believe it's Dennis Allen, if I'm not mistaken. Defensive coordinator, moved to head coach, I think. I don't know why I don't know that off the top of my head, but I'm pretty sure I should have wrote that down. But anyway, they did lose some key members. They did. Their offensive line actually got beat up a little bit via free agency, but then they kind of addressed it in the draft. Teron Armstead, probably the most highly coveted tackle in free agency, goes to the Dolphins. He leaves, skips town. They also lose Jordan Mills on the right side, too. So both tackles, goodbye. They lost Marcus Williams, right? And I'm thinking, oh, safety, that's not good. But again, everything that the Saints lost, I feel like they upgraded with the rebound, like getting more guys. So their key additions, Marcus May, fantastic safety, okay? I think the Jets kind of let one go there. I don't know about the whatever. I think they messed up by letting him go. Marcus May, they signed Andy Dalton, in case anybody's wondering where the red rifle
The
is.
Jets got Whitehead, though, right?
Huh?
From the Bucks.
So who now?
I think the Jets signed Whitehead from the Bucks.
To do what?
To safety. So I think that was like
a
lateral move.
Yeah, fine. Yeah, lateral, I would say, maybe. Oh, remember, actually, it's funny we bring up safety. Remember we were talking about the Chiefs? You're like, who's that guy, Sorensen? He's a Saint. So he's over there in New Orleans. Also,
he's there with Tyrann Mathieu. So we're still going to get to see the Tyrann Mathieu memes with him throwing his hands up like 40 yards back as Sorensen's getting burnt.
So they're reunited, and it feels so good.
That's so cool.
I know. So they signed Chris Herndon to play tight end behind Toutman. They got Taco Charlton for some reason. Not sure about that. I will still never forgive Jerry Jones for that move. You know, remember, they drafted Taco Charlton over one TJ Watt. I still want to just kill myself on that one.
Kevin King over TJ Watt. One pick before him. We also drafted Vonnie Holiday over Randy Moss. One pick before him.
Yeah, Greg Ellis before Randy Moss. So everybody missed the boat on Moss. Everybody missed the boat on TJ Watt. But anyway, their draft, they did, and we'd be remiss. You said it already. Honey Badger goes over there. So is Juice Landry. So Jarvis goes back to LSU to go play some ball. So I like that too. Their draft was very good. Their first round was very, very good. They drafted Olave to play receiver, and of course Trevor Penny to play offensive tackle. So you lose Armstead, you get Penny. Might be even that could be a future Armstead. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see about that. Yeah, what in the world, Casey coming in, what in the world do we expect from Michael Thomas? Well, here's the lineup of what it looks like right now. And I'm looking at the Saints team, and I'm like, you know what? They got a lot of talent over there. It's kind of weird. Winston's the quarterback. We all know that. There's a guy, you might have heard of him. His name is Alvin Kamara. We don't know about any, because we're all wrapped up in the Watson shit. We've never actually readdressed, or the NFL hasn't addressed or even talked about.
There was violence. I read the whole article.
And
they talked about Kamara.
So let's see. But behind him, ready for this though? Serviceable behind him. I've always been a Mark Ingram guy, and when he got back to the Saints, it was almost like a rejuvenation for him. Malcolm Brown is signed by the Saints. And then on top of that, this guy, Tony Jones Jr. last year, actually showed some flashes. So he might be an actual decent back. So even when they lose Kamara, I think that the running game, while it will be impacted in the passing game, as far as like the running back catching the ball out of the backfield, I don't know. It's not that far of a drop-off when it comes to running style. The receivers, another one. Like Michael Thomas, what do we expect? I don't know. Like he hasn't played in it feels like 3 calendar years. That's what it feels like. But he's coming back. And of course, again, sign Landry. They draft Olave. They get Marcus Callaway's over there. Traquan Smith still over there. Had a decent season last year. That receiving core is actually sneaky good if Thomas plays like 80% of the season. And I'm not saying listen, I can't question the guy's durability. It just seems like he's been missing a lot of football. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Offensive line going into this year is ranked 18th. So they're kind of a little farther than middle of the pack. But that Trevor Penning draft was huge. They needed that. The defensive line, one of my favorite players in the league is Cam Jordan. He's a menace. He's always been. Davenport's the other side. DeMario Davis, linebacker. Lattimore, one of the better corners in the league. Their defense right now is ranked 13, so middle of the pack defense. And sometimes when you have a really good offense, all you need is a middle of the pack defense to get yourselves to the promised land. So when you look at this team, Gooch, what stands out? What are you feeling this 8? I mean, we'll go over the schedule because I got some juicy stuff to come up with the Saints right now.
I think that the number is decent. I think they're probably minus money to hit the over. They have to. 8 seems a little bit low for a team that didn't really have that much roster turnover. Their offensive line, while they're losing guys, a lot of those guys didn't play much last year. Mainly Armstead, he got hurt, and the guys that are expected to step in played a significant role in that team last year. So the thing that does jump out at me most, though, is Dennis Allen, first season as the Saints head coach. He's had some stops before in the NFL. I don't know if he's ever made it through a full season or if he was just an interim guy, because it says 4th season as an NFL head coach, and his entire combined record is 8-28 overall. So that doesn't necessarily mean that he's not a good coach. He might have stepped into some shitty situations mid-firing, mid-season. But that's my main thing. A guy that I don't think that Dennis Allen is some sought-after coaching prospect. I don't think that it was teams lining up to sign Dennis Allen.
It just seemed like that he was a good fit for that.
A good fit for that spot, but to me, I think it's a little bit lazy on their part, and we'll see.
I mean, they had their chance at guys like Brian Flores and shit, and they decided not to go that route.
I'm not a fan of the head coaching situation, but I could be proven wrong. I did not like Dan Campbell getting signed by the Lions, and I've completely done a 180 on that one. So we'll see. That's my major concern, though. I think the defense will be fine. In their home games, they're always going to be tough to beat. Jameis Winston is day-to-day, so the ankle injury,
I think he'll be fine.
Not such a big deal. But he's not fully healthy yet from the rehab knee. They said that he's limited in practice as it is. So it's not a good start for Jameis, because as you're dealing with an ankle, I don't know if it's the same leg or not, but hopefully for his sake it's not, because that could lead to something way worse down the line. I'm going to say I like the over because I don't think their division is good. You could look at maybe a sneaky loss to one of their shitty division teams, but they should get 4 wins out of the Falcons and the Panthers right out of the gate as far as I'm seeing it. And they usually will split with Tampa Bay no matter how good they are. So I think that they have a really good chance. They're not going to win their division this year, but they have they're definitely a fringe playoff team. I like over 100%. Tyrann Mathieu is a solid player. He's going to make big plays for that defense while everything else remains largely the same. And I think early in their season, if you look at their schedule,
favorable, my friend.
It's pretty favorable with the games that they wouldn't have Kamara. If it is 6 games, he comes back week 7 against the Cardinals on a Thursday night. So if they can manage to go 3-3, which I think is easy with no Kamara, this team is a slightly above 500, possible 10, 11 win team, but I'll say 10 to be safe.
Here we go. Ready for the juice. The juice is about to come out of me right now. Here we go. So the New Orleans Saints this year will be the NFC South Division champions. Okay. Here's where I got the Saints. Okay. That's huge to me. I feel like, and yes, I know what you're seeing on you. There's something on fire on the desk right now. It's called a hot take, ladies and gentlemen. The New Orleans Saints will win the division. Why? And even here's some more better juicy nuggets for you. The New Orleans Saints will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and 0 to start the season. 10-0. Then they're going to hit a little bit of a skid. Okay. Then they lose to the Rams, lose to San Fran, lose at Tampa. And then they go to bye. Their bye is 10-3. They already hit the over at their bye. I'm not doing this for clicks. I'm not doing this for attention. I'm telling you right now, the Saints, to go 9-8 last year with the team they had with no quarterback play towards the back end is very, very impressive to me. The fact that you added a lot of talent is very impressive to me. The fact that you have Olave with Jarvis Landry, if that was your tandem, I would say that's pretty decent. But now you add a Michael Thomas, who used to be, once upon a time, was considered one of the top 5 receivers in football, right? Their tight end situation, but we don't know about Taysom Hill. Where is this guy going to line up? That's another X factor that you just can't plan for. If he's quarterbacking, he stinks. He sucks. He's not a good quarterback. But I will say this. Their back end of the season, it's a little tough. You know, like I said, they're going to lose 3, go into the bye, come back, beat up on the Falcons, right? And then the last 3 games, at Cleveland, at Philly, home against Carolina, alarming. But I'm saying the ceiling right now for the New Orleans Saints this year is to win 12 games and win the NFC South. because I don't know, man. I got this feeling, and I don't like the Saints. So I'll tell you right now, I don't like the Saints. Why? Because fan bases to me, like once you're too overconfident, I start to hate your team.
12 games is a lot.
Like what he does with the Packers, it makes me. I don't want to hate the Packers, but like he makes me hate the Packers. But then you got the Saints, who Craig always says, "Oh, they're the best. They're the best." I'm like, "Oh God, the Saints just blow." And then the Cowboys beat them up last year, and I was feeling good about myself. But again, their quarterback was Taysom Hill. He didn't know what the hell he was doing. I just feel like the Saints this year with Jameis Winston will be a very, very good team. Defensively, in particular, this defense coming in middle of the pack with Honey Badger behind that and Lattimore behind that corner and that Cam Jordan, you can't discredit that guy. That defense is going to shock a lot of people, and if the offense can put up the numbers that I think they could, I think Tom Brady in his Fugazi final year doesn't win the division. They'll get into the playoffs, but I don't think. I don't know.
Wild card Tom Brady is scary.
Whatever.
I don't want nothing to do with that.
You will,
chip
though.
on his shoulder.
If you don't
Tom
get the bye.
Brady, fuck.
That's where I got the Saints, man.
Yeah, the Saints. I don't think.
Well, you just said 10-11, so me saying 12 isn't that
10
egregious.
wins, 11 is like, I felt weird saying it. I can't see Jameis Winston win because he's too up and down. He's going to blow games too. Part of the reason why I love Jameis Winston so much.
He's just a man crush all over Jameis Winston.